Hi, everybody. Welcome to my family room. This is my personal Christmas tree, and I am coming to you from Northern Virginia, and we're going to do a holiday story time today. I even have my Grinchy mug, and then this is a fun one. I'm going to turn it around and show you the other side is the Grinch. I don't have hot cocoa in there. I have coffee in there because it's morning time for me. So I need some coffee to get my day going. But I'm going to read my brand new Christmas book called Christmas Cheer. It's published by Scholastic, and thank you to Scholastic for giving me permission to do a read aloud. It's illustrated by Jay Fleck. And Jay also did a board book of mine called Haunted Halloween. So if you're looking for another holiday board book, I have that one too. And this one involves counting. So in this story, we're going to count to 10 together. And if you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's got really cool foil, shiny cover. So, and a nice cheery Santa. And I just want to quickly thank Scrawl Books in Reston for hosting this event today. If you guys ever want any books of mine signed for gifts or just for yourself, and you order through Scrawl, then they can either come by my house or I stop by there and I sign books and they can ship them to you. So just as a FYI, and they always carry all of my books. All right, so let's get started. And I also wanted to just mention that I write a lot in rhyme. So these books that I'm going to be reading this morning, Christmas Cheer and Mrs. Claus Takes the Reins, are both in rhyme. So you can be listening for the rhyming words as I read, okay? And I will take some questions after I'm done reading. And I'll stop and pause between books to see if there's any questions. And if not, I'll move to the next book. And then I can answer questions after that. And Scrawl will help to get the questions to me. Okay, let's start. Christmas Cheer. Special night, magic flight. Christmas Eve, we believe. It's almost Christmas too, right? It's getting exciting. One star shines, moonlit pines. Two awake, cookies bake. You guys making any Christmas cookies with your family? I know I'm going to make some Christmas cookies, probably this weekend. Three songs sung, stockings hung. Sometimes we get carolers. I'm not sure if we'll get any carolers this year, but sometimes we get carolers to our door. Time to sleep, not a peep. Do your parents tell you you must go to sleep and don't wake up so that Santa can come and deliver the gifts under the tree? 4 feet sneak, try to peek. They're going to go see if they can find Santa. 5 lights glow, mistletoe. And do you know the trick with mistletoe is if you stand under mistletoe, you might get a kiss or you might have to give someone a kiss. 6 elves pack Santa's sack. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy's hiding behind a big present. Naughty, nice, checking twice. So Santa's checking his list. 7 bells chime Noels. And there's the bells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy doesn't, this little elf doesn't have a bell, but maybe she came late to the party. 8 big bows, bright red nose. Which reindeer has a bright red nose? Rudolph, right? There's Rudolph and there's his nose. It's a little hard to see here, but there's his nose shining. 9 rooftops, Santa stops. Is Santa gonna stop at your house this year? Yeah. 10 new toys making noise for the happy girls and boys. Let's see if we can count 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 toys, and there's Santa, and he's got his chocolate chip cookie. Do you guys leave carrots for the reindeer and chocolate chip cookies or cookies out for Santa the night before Christmas? Yeah, we do too. He was here. Let's all cheer. Hip hooray, it's Christmas Day. And look, the bone was for the dog. And the parents are in the background watching the kids open all the presents. The end. So that was Christmas Cheer, a sweet, kind of short, nice bedtime Christmas book. Maybe you can read on Christmas Eve. And I'm gonna let them tell me, are there any questions? You can just do yes or no, and then I can move on.
Or you could type it in the chat if anyone has any other questions.
All right, should I just move on to the next book? All right, this is called Mrs. Claus Takes the Reins, and it's written by me, there's my name, and it's illustrated by Mark Chambers. And you know, Mark lives all the way in, well, he lived in England for a long time, and he moved to France. So sometimes my illustrators are all over the world, and I often get asked if I get to meet them, and I sometimes get to meet them. Thankfully for the internet, I do get to communicate with them once the book is out, or usually after the book is out. But he is really active on social media, so I feel like I know him even though I've never met him in person. And this book is published by Amazon Press, Amazon Two Lions Press. And thank you to Amazon for giving me permission to read this. And this is the story of Mrs. Claus having to take over Santa's job. What do you think would happen? Well, we're going to find out. And in my thinking, Mrs. Claus does not have magical powers like Santa. So if she encounters an issue or a problem while she's delivering the gifts, she's going to have to figure it out herself. So let's see what kind of craziness happens with this one. Oh, and I dedicated this one to my Aunt Barbara. It's Christmas Eve morning and everything's set. So why hasn't Santa Claus woken up yet? Oh boy, you'd think he'd be awake already. What could be the problem? Did his alarm not go off? Sometimes that happens around here. Santa Claus, time to get up. Some hot cocoa, please, in my jumbo-size cup. Uh-oh, does Santa look like he might be not feeling so good? Mrs. Claus is saying, come on, honey, get up. I'm stuffy, I'm sneezy, I'm slow as a Yeti. My big ho-ho-ho isn't holiday ready. We must cancel Christmas. Oh, what a disgrace. I have a solution. I'll go in your place. And look, that surprised Santa. He spilled his hot cocoa. He was so surprised. And look, the reindeer over here is also saying, what? And the elves think it's hilarious and fun. And let's see what happens. So Mrs. Claus quickly assembled a crew. She mapped out a route from Taiwan to Peru. And there she is on her smartphone. She made a supply list and checked on the weather. The elves helped her gather the presents together. So there she is. She's getting all of the elves together and getting organized. They gave her the list and they packed her some snacks, then loaded up all of the boxes and sacks. Then Mrs. Claus bravely climbed onto the sleigh. Don't worry, she said, I will save Christmas Day. And she's got her Starbucks coffee and she's got her gifts. And do you think she's going to be able to do it? Let's see. And the elves are cheering her on. With a snap of the reins, she shot into the night. Merry Christmas to all. Wish me luck on the flight. So Mrs. Claus has never taken this flight before. She might be a little bit nervous, but she seems pretty confident. After some flying, they spied the first town. She called to the reindeer, let's start heading down. So she sees the town. She gracefully shimmied through chimneys with ease, arranging the presents beneath all the trees. This job is so simple. In fact, it's delightful. So she's really enjoying herself. But soon the wind swirled and the weather turned frightful. Uh-oh, looks like she's heading into a storm. She flew through tornadoes, then blizzards and sleet, which nearly blew Mrs. Claus off of her seat. Oh my goodness. Think she can recover? The ride became bumpy and things started squeaking. She saw that the fuel in the sleigh was now leaking. And look, the fuel is this rainbow fuel coming out, rainbow dust. Keeping her calm as she stayed in control, she stuffed in some ribbon to plug up the hole. So there she is, fixing her problem, fixing the leak. They skidded through Sweden and bounced around Spain, then galloped to Texas and zoomed up to Maine. She's making the rounds. Look out, shouted Rudolph, an incoming duck. Poor Prancer pulled left and his bridle got stuck. A rein became twisted around Vixen's head, which made them start traveling southbound instead. Uh-oh. She had to act fast to untangle the rein. I may not have magic, but I've got a brain. The problem now conquered, they got back on track. She felt one more present still left in the sack. So she is using her smarts and her grit to get through it. I'll send it straight down, it's our very last one. Then Mrs. Claus hollered, we're finally done. And there she is, she's thrown the gift, going down the chimney. And all the reindeer might be a little bit relieved. With Rudolph's nose leading the way through the air, they reached the North Pole with 10 minutes to spare. I know I like to be early sometimes. She entered the workshop and to her delight discovered the elves had been waiting all night. They lifted her up as they shouted, hooray! Our own Mrs. Claus has just saved Christmas Day. And they made a big banner for her that says, congratulations, Mrs. Claus. And they're holding her up and lifting her and cheering. But where's Santa? Remember, he was still kind of had the sniffles. Oh, there's Santa. He came in to give her some hot cocoa, but look, she's already asleep. And all the reindeer are asleep from the long night. The end. All right, so that's Mrs. Claus Takes the Reins. I do have other Christmas books. I'm not going to read them today, but if you're interested, this one is a Christmassy book that has a craft in it, How to Trick a Christmas Elf. And you can make a little miniature sleigh that can either be an ornament or just something fun to play with. And I also have We Wish for a Monster Christmas, which you can sing the whole book to the tune of We Wish You a Merry Christmas. So that one's kind of fun. These kids ask for a monster for Christmas, and there he is. He's in this picture, he's blowing his nose on the mom's dress. Ew. But so thank you for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed the stories. And I'm going to see if there's any questions here. Let me see if the chat has any questions.
Yeah, you could put it in the chat, or you can just say it, or anything.
Well, raise your hand because everyone's muted.
Does anyone want any questions? You can unmute and say it.
I do see one hand.
I know Mr. Claus take away because we had that book, and I want to show you my stuffy kind.
Oh my goodness, what a sweet, is that a lion?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's so fun. Do you sleep with him?
Because a lion god.
So let's just stop.
That is so neat. Thank you for listening today. I hope you enjoyed story time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is it ended? Okay, then let's unmute everybody. Okay, so thank you all for coming, and thank you so much, Sue, for reading for us.
Sure.
You can order any of her books, and she will sign them personalized to you. Just let us know. And everybody have a great holiday season and stay safe.
Yeah, and like she said, I'm happy to sign any books. They don't have to be my Christmas books. And books make great gifts under the tree. So anyway, thank you for coming today. I really appreciate it. And this will be recorded. So if you or a family member missed it, we'll post the recording on Scrawl's Facebook site, right? And then also I'll have the link and I'll post it if you follow me on any of my social media channels. So you can catch it later and watch it for another story time again if you want to see it again.
Bye.
All right. Thank you so much. Everybody have a great Christmas and a great holiday.